What is Dance Marathon?
Dance Marathon is a student-led organization that has been on campus at UNF for 6 years now. This is my fourth year involved, and I've served on the overall team each year as the community events chair, as well as the marketing, and this year the public relations chair as well.
How does someone at UNF get involved with Dance Marathon?
They're able to contact any of the overall team members or go online to www.unfdm.com, and they will be able to go into the Get Involved tab and fill out the application there and register, and they can register on a team or independently. It kind of depends on what they're into. And Dance Marathon also raises money for Children's Miracle Network hospitals here in town, Wilson's and Shands specifically. So that's the nice thing about Dance Marathon is all the money stays local, and they're able to really see where the money goes into their community.
Do you ever get to have personal contact with the children in the hospitals?
Absolutely. Being on overall, you do more often than not. We did just this past weekend on Saturday, the 21st, had the Miracle Families to UNF in the ballrooms for a PJ party. We decorated cupcakes donated by Sweet by Holly, played games, watched Despicable Me, which I know is a great movie. So it was wonderful to get to see them as well as their families and really just pour into them and show them that, college students are into what they're going through and caring about them and just loving on them all afternoon.
How many people do you normally have show up at the Dance Marathon event?
It really varies every year. Of course, with any kind of event planning that you're doing, you're always going to have more people sign up or register than be able to come the actual day. I know it is a pretty long event. It's 17 hours and 5 minutes. But a lot of people, I say anywhere from 75 to 100. The number does fluctuate year after year, but this year we're looking to hit about 200 people.
Do any clubs on campus or other campuses get involved in the event?
Yes, absolutely. We're working with right now the UNF Game Room on kind of reaching out to them, doing an event with them in November called Extra Life, and I think that'll really help their involvement as well, and remind people too that it's not maybe just a Greek club or organization to get involved in, though we do love and appreciate the Greek involvement, but we really try to open it up to the whole campus, whether it's Residence Life or the Best Buddies Club or on-campus transitional, whatever club that's on campus, we really try to incorporate.
How much time would you say you've put into this the past year?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Gosh, probably, well, between every meeting and Dance Marathon itself, which can be anywhere from 24 hours to 40 hours, I'd say probably 300 hours, which is I've never really thought about it that way, but I wouldn't give it up for sure.
Do you have any personal stories with like a specific kid or anything that touch your heart and you can't get out of your head?
I got to meet my first miracle child my second week doing Dance Marathon as a freshman. Her name is Tabby, and Tabby was 14 when I met her, so it puts her at 18 now. So see, not all the miracle children that we get involved with are necessarily babies. That we love the babies, it's also children that are 15, 16, 18 years old. So Tabby I met 4 years ago, my second week into Dance Marathon, and she just rocked my world. I walked up, I was like, introduced myself to her, and she's like, I'm a miracle child, but I don't really feel like a miracle child, so to speak. And I go, well, what do you mean? And she told her story. Tabby had fallen out of a second-story bedroom window and cracked her skull and had severe brain injury. And as we got to talk, she has fears and she has anxieties and laughs and has the same sense of humor as us and all of that. So it was really neat to see that we're not that much different than the miracle children that we come in contact with so often. And they're not necessarily all small children. So Tabby, and we've talked year after year. We email back and forth, and I'm looking forward to seeing her this year at the event.
So Tabby still comes to every event?
Yeah, Tabby comes to every event. She wouldn't miss it. But she's also in that, getting ready to graduate high school phase where she doesn't want to talk in front of the whole group, or college guys still make her a little nervous. So she'll be a little shy at the event, but she'll definitely be there. And I think that'll be great for all the participants to get to see and talk with and love on these kids too.
Is there any way that the participants, maybe even before the event, get to meet a miracle child or get connected with a miracle child?
Yes, we do this pen pal program for the Greek organizations on campus. Once we kind of get a little bit more involvement, with the Residence Life, or like I said, the Game Room, or different events or clubs on campus will be able to extend it, but we pair each organization with one Miracle Child, and throughout the year they write notes, cards, send presents, whatever they want to do to their Miracle Child to support them and let them know that they can't wait to see them in April at the event. And then at the end of the event, they get to meet their pen pal that they've been talking with all year long.
So when the pen pal shows up to the event and they get to meet each other, what exactly do they do? Like, what exactly is Dance Marathon? The whole night you're dancing? Is there like things on the hour? What happens?
Now, as far as meeting the Miracle Child goes, every year, notoriously, there's a lot of tears. I've seen fraternity men just cry at the sight of some of these kids that they've gotten to really, really pour into and love on throughout the year. And then, you know, of course, the girls are just going to be a little bit more sensitive about it. But it's really awesome to see college students step out and be involved with something bigger than themselves. I think that's our main focus with Dance Marathon. And with that said, we try to make it enjoyable for college students. It's really geared towards what we like to do. Dance, you know, party all night. We always joke and say it's the best one-night stand you'll ever have because it's 17 hours long. It's crazy. You're delirious by the end of it, but it's unforgettable, and it's something that I look forward to every year. This year's a little bit different. We do have every hour on the hour, we have theme hours. And this year, something we've done differently by request by people who participated in the past is we're going to let people know what the theme hours are ahead of time. So you can pack costumes and pack whatever you want to dress up. Like if it's cowboy hour, I'm not saying that might be an hour or not, but you can bring a cowboy hat and you know, wear your flannel shirt or whatever you want so you can participate with us on the overall team and committee members as well.
Is there food at the event?
The ultimate question. That's typically asked by the guys that participate, but yes, there's plenty of food. We partner with anywhere from Bonefish Grill to P.F. Chang's, local places like that, as well as Krispy Kreme, maybe Starbucks, I don't know, different places like that always donate, because when they hear Children's Miracle Network and they know UNF, they're much more willing to donate.
Is there any way for a community member to get involved, not exactly by donating, but do you have to be like a college student in order to participate in like the dancing side of Dance Marathon?
Yes, it is only open to Ospreys, so we do need the UNF ID card at the door. That's for our safety as students, but people are able to do visiting hours. So if you have family, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, sisters or brothers that haven't participated or whatever, you're allowed to pay for visiting hours, which allows them to be on the floor for a certain amount of time. But we are pretty strict about that. You know, for safety, when you're there that long, we want to make sure that it's only UNF students and the liability remains under the campus.
Can I get the logistics of the event? When, where, who?
When, where, who, why.
Yeah.
It's April 5th and 6th. It'll be the afternoon of the 5th, and it'll go all the way till about noon of the 6th. So it's a Saturday and Sunday. And you'll arrive, check in, you get your t-shirt, you get your dancer's swag bag, we call it, and you'll enter into the event, and from then you will dance all night long. It's not necessarily dancing all night long, but you'll be on your feet, getting to hang out with all your friends and getting to hang out with the Miracle Kids as well. And then Sunday morning at noon, we sit down and do the wrap-up and the closing ceremonies, and everyone heads home.
And you said the way to sign up is through the website, did you say?
Yes, www.unfdm.com. To the Get Involved tab, you can create a team if your team's not already on there. We encourage you to absolutely create a team or participate independently. We do ask, though, that everybody raises a minimum of $50. It creates a bond between the person that's participating. It makes those 17 hours a little bit more worth it when you've raised money. And it's not that difficult. I've done it year after year. Each year I try to set my goal a little bit higher, and it's always good to reach out to your family and friends, especially when guys call home to their mom and they say, I'm doing a nonprofit event. Moms are typically pretty okay with donating money to a cause like that, so it's definitely easy to get involved and raise your money.
How exactly do the teams work? What's the point of the team?
The teams. We do teams because we do offer incentives and goals and different kickbacks for the teams. You create your team, we have top fundraising, of course. Most participants is another one that we have this year, and those do come into play for the Greek Awards at the end of the year. We've confirmed that with the Greek offices and OFSL, and those offices as well. And we are also able to offer programs to the other clubs on campus, and we're able to offer them incentives. We have different things we're working on this year, possibly time to sit down, possibly caffeine, little things that people have put in requests to us over the years that we've really heard and responded to.
Where did you say it was located on campus?
It's going to be in the UNF Arena. That's pretty much the only place that can hold us for that long. We thought about doing ballrooms, but not quite as fun as the arena.
Is there anything else that I should know that you would like to tell me about it?
If you haven't done it, do it once. If you've done it before, I can promise you this year will be different than the years before. It's definitely something that I'm really glad I got involved with starting from day one, and I can't believe this is my last year. I don't even want to think about it, but I highly recommend that you experience it at least once.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.